for the design of gravity wall, ito yung mga dimensions. You have the overall height, which is h, and then small c yung height of fill dito sa labas, no? So, may exposed wall, and then t thickness at the upper base, and then capital B thickness of wall at the lower base, and then surcharge. Tapos you have the lateral forces P1 and P2. And then mapapansin nyo na yung H nung polygons ay H minus C. Okay? This is in the sense na pag nag-summation forces horizontal ka dito sa level nung soil dito, magkokontrahan yan. Yung nandito, kokontrahin nung nandito sa labas. Kaya, ang kinumpute na lang natin is hanggang dito lang, H minus C. Okay, so first here is you have to compute the coefficient of lateral force, case of A, coefficient of active pressure, case of A, and then you draw the pressure diagrams and then solve the forces, lateral forces, and then from there, masosolve mo ngayon yung M sub U. However, dito sa moment, minultiply natin siya ng 1.6. Pero dito sa ating spreadsheet or dito sa demo, take note na hindi ko isinali hindi nakasali yung siguro yung saturated soil, hindi nakasali yung inclined backfill, but if in case meron tayong mga problems na ganun, then you have to add some polygons here. And then magdagdag ka para dito sa pag-compute ng moment. And then, etong 1.6 na yan, this is based on the ultimate combination na 1.2 dead plus 1.6 live. Okay, so kinonsider na lang natin yung mas malaking factor doon na 1.6. And then, punta tayo dito sa spreadsheet or sa Excel. So, meron tayong height, which is H, tapos, and then, mapapansin nyo na dito, naka-name na siya ng H. Tapos, yung capital B, dito, pag clinic ko yan, naka-name na rin siya ng B. And then, you have C. Ngayon, itong C na 0.75 yan, hindi niya tinatanggap yung isang letter C lang. Kasi nag-link siya dito. Okay, kaya nilagyan ko siya ng C dot. And then we have thickness T, and then F prime C, Fy, and clear cover. Tapos, dito naman, you have surcharge, Q sub S, Q allowable, and then internal friction phi, coefficient of friction mu, and then unit weight of soil, and then unit weight of concrete. So, dito sa unit weight of soil, yan yung kanyang nilagay kong name. And then for the rebars, so let's look at this figure. So, ito, dBy1, nakalagay dito, dBy1. This is actually the vertical stem reinforcement. Kapag sinabing stem, ito yung part ng gravity retaining wall na nakadikit sa soil o sa retained soil, So yan yung stem face. Tapos yung front face naman, yung may inclined part, ito yung exposed part. Okay, so ang dBy1, ayan, that is the vertical at the stem reinforcement. And then you have also S1. Huwag kayo malilito kasi dito sa spreadsheet ko, dBy1 ang nilagay ko, pero actually dito, dB1 yan. No? So, pwede ko nang i-edit dito. Yan. Then, dB2. Um, this is the front face horizontal reinforcement. Ayan, DB2. Kasama dito yung hanggang nandito sa taas. Ayan. Mga front face horizontal reinforcement. And then DB3, this is the stem face horizontal reinforcement. Ayan siya. And then DB4, this is the front face vertical reinforcement. Ayan, DB4. Next is, syempre, kukumpitin na natin dito yung mga basic constants or basic parameters, which includes beta, rho minimum, ayan yung mga equations ng rho max, rho min, and beta. Tapos, ito na yung step 1, K sub A. Tapos, ito na yung mga step 2. Ayan. And then, finally, your moment. Now, K sub A is 1 minus sine phi all over 1 plus sine phi. And then, ano itong equation na ito? It is actually the height of the equivalent rectangular polygon due to the surcharge. Okay? So, ang equivalent height nung polygon due to surcharge is H1. Take note na yung H1 is not capital H minus C. It is equal to surcharge divided by the unit weight of soil. So, equivalent height yan, ano? Kaya, kung kukumpitin natin itong lateral force due to surcharge, magiging unit weight H1 times K sub A. Okay? So, pwede yun. Ngayon, bakit natin siya minultiply ng unit weight? Kasi, equivalent height and then, kinonvert natin siya ng soil. Pero, actually, pwede rin natin ibalik yung dating equation na P sub 2 is equal to surcharge multiplied by K sub A times the height of the polygon. Okay, so pwede rin yan. And, let's take a sample here. Let's say maglagay tayo ng value ng surcharge na 3. Yan. So magkakaroon ngayon ng value itong P2. So sundan natin itong equation na ito and see what happens. So this equals Q sub S times K sub A times H minus C. Yan. So, parehas lang sila. Okay, equals, yan, true. Okay, so, tama pa rin to. Next. So, ibalik ko na to sa 0. So, after solving your lateral forces P1, P2, you now compute your M sub U. Ito. And then, sa lahat ng retaining wall, mag-assume tayo palagi ng meter strip. Kaya ang ating B dito ay 1,000 mm. And then, mag-assume tayo dito ng singly reinforced cantilever beam. Which is, let's say, eto. Okay? So, ang height ng cantilever beam, is equal to T. Kaya ang effective depth niya would be thickness minus clear cover na 75 mm. 70 mm nandito, So clear cover na 70 and then minus dB all over 2. Ngayon, ang ginagamit natin na diameter of bar dito ay yung dB1, dBy1. Okay? So, ayan. Ayan yung T minus CC minus dBy1 all over 2, which is, ayan. Next is, so this is actually the general equations ng singly reinforced beam. So from here, after solving the MU, kukumputin mo ngayon yung R sub U, which is equal to MU divided by 0.9 times B times D squared. And then, ang ating AS is this equation. 1,000 divided by S1. Ngayon yung S1, yan yung spacing ng DB1. Okay?